Welcome everyone. In this topic we will understand relative density. So the formula for relative density is pretty simple. It's defined as relative density is equal to density of a substance. So it could be iron, it could be your wooden block, it could be your cork, or it could be nail, okay, divided by density of water. So whenever someone talk about relative density, you're looking at density of that particular object with respect to water. Since the relative density is a ratio, it's a unitless, right? Because it's whatever the units cancel out. So relative density is unitless. Okay, so what it tells me, why it is important, because it tells me if I say a particular object has a relative density of 2, so I know that object will sink because the object has much higher density than the water. Okay, so it kind of gives a measure of the density of an object with respect to water. So let's try to understand this, do a problem on this topic. So the question is telling us that the relative density of silver is 10.8. The density of the water we all know is 1000 kg per meter cube. It's asking us to calculate the density of the silver in SI unit. So now we know that relative density, so I'm going to use a different color here for solving. Relative density of silver is equal to density of silver divided by density of water, right? So the density of silver, let's say D, that's what we want to find out. Density of the water is 1000 kg per meter cube, and we know relative density of silver is 10.8. If you plug these values, you get ds, which is density of the silver, equal to 10,800 kg per meter cube. So it's pretty high than the water, and that's how you use the relative density concept to solve problems. All right, so that would be kind of end of all the topics for this chapter, gravitation. I would advise you guys to go through this chapter one more time, revise the concepts, solve problems, pick up NCERT book, other books, and solve as much problem as you can to clarify your concept.